Hi, I'm Jacob Cisneros-Baca.
And I'm Lindsay Han.
And here is today's newscast. Now to our new weekly feature, Attack News.
Hi, I'm Brittany Schloop.
And I'm Lindsay Han.
And this is your next edition of
Attack News. Okay, let's go. Okay. Hey, have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's not fun. Okay. Have you?
I have been pulled over by a cop. My front license plate wasn't on my car.
Oh, that's sad. Okay. Hey, how is your birthday going today?
It's good. I'm going to get lunch right now, so it's pretty snazzy. I don't know yet. Where should I go?
Noodles and Company.
All right, I'll do that. Or Chipotle.
Great. What was the last lie you told?
That I'm going to school, and I actually didn't go.
Wait, where'd you go?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay. Hey, have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
Yes.
For what?
I'm not answering that.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Okay. What was the last lie you ever told?
Last what?
Lie.
Lie? Said I liked you.
Ouch. Okay. Hey, will you sing for me?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7.
Are you in choir? Oh, you should be. Hey, will you sing for me?
I can't sing.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, who's your favorite teacher?
Miss Moore.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Miss Menegatti. Yeah, she's awesome.
I agree. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Hey, what's your longest Snapchat streak?
219
With who?
with you.
I know. Hey, have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
No, but I ran into a pole.
How bad was it?
I totaled my car.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry.
How is it like to be a twin?
Not good. It's terrible.
Okay. Wait, which one? No. Okay, so you're walking in the dark and you hear someone coming. What do you do?
Keep walking.
You don't run?
Why? What do I
What if they start running after you?
Then I start running.
Okay. Thank you. What question do you hate to answer?
This one.
Wow. Okay, good. Hi, would you eat a bowl of crickets for $40,000?
Yeah?
Would you?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Okay. Hi, would you eat a bowl of crickets for $40,000?
Yes.
For $30,000?
Yes.
For $1?
No.
Okay, thank you. Hi, can you sing for us?
No,
Can you dance for us?
I'd rather sing.
Okay, sing for us.
What?
The Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Gold digger.
Gold digger. No bad words.
All right. She take my money, well, I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger, way over town, that digs on me. I can't rap.
Oh, wow, that was so good. Okay. I was trying to put my phone in my pocket. Nothing. Wait, I have a question for you. Would you eat a bowl of crickets for $40,000?
I don't think so.
50,000?
No, I don't think I'd eat a bowl of crickets for any amount of money in the world.
Me neither. Okay, good. Okay, go. Hey, what question do you hate to answer?
Everyone.
What question?
What's my favorite food?
Why?
Because all the food's good.
Okay. Hi, I have a question. Did you just try to run from us? What if you're walking outside and you heard someone coming after you? What would you do?
Probably run.
Punch him in the face.
Okay, what if it was each other?
Wait, is it what?
If he was running after you.
If he was running after me, I don't know. I've known him forever, so I'd probably think like something's wrong, or he's excited to see me because we don't see each other that often because I'm not here.
If she was running after me? Yeah, probably the same reason. She was in trouble or something.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to all the victims who participated in Attack News.
And now to Josh Leba with an interview with Miss Sloan about the recent political happenings.
Josh Leba here with Sheila Sloan, social studies teacher. Miss Sloan, can you tell us a little bit about what happened on Super Tuesday and how the students at Pueblo West High affected the local caucus?
Okay, well, here in Colorado, Bernie Sanders was the supported candidate in the Democratic Party, and the Republican Party did not take a straw poll and did not pledge delegates, so there was no official count in the Republican Party. But we had a lot of students here at our high school participate in the process. I had about more than 40%, in some classes more than 50% of my seniors participated in the process. So we have students who are now, they became secretaries, they helped run their caucus, and the word caucus basically is the word meeting, and you're meeting with your neighborhood voters, and then you're deciding as a neighborhood which candidate you support. So you're typically taking a straw poll vote, but the Republican Party, the Colorado Republican Party decided this time that they did not want to pledge delegates yet. They want to wait till later.
Why is that? Did the Republican Party decide to wait till later to pledge delegates?
In 2008, the Republican Party pledged to Rick Santorum, and then Rick Santorum dropped out of the race. So when they went to the national convention in the summertime, there was no candidate for, Colorado basically did not have a voice. So the Colorado Republican Party this year decided that they would not pledge for a candidate because they didn't know what the outcome would be, and then they will have more of a voice at the national level.
And that's very understandable, especially considering this year the kind of power struggle between the top three candidates right now for the Republican Party.
Absolutely.
And how did Super Tuesday affect the current election, and what state is the election in currently?
So Super Tuesday was a victorious day for Donald Trump. He won 7 of the states in Super Tuesday, 7 out of the 12. So he really swept through. Marco Rubio won 1 state, he won Minnesota, and Ted Cruz won the other states. Equally for Hillary Clinton, she swept through 7 states as well for the Democratic Party, and Bernie Sanders again won Colorado. But Hillary Clinton had quite a strong showing in those 7 states, and then Bernie Sanders won in 5.
And for Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, is this initial strong lead from Super Tuesday, is this held over, or is it starting to even out a little bit?
So there were some signs that momentum for Trump had slipped a little for last-minute voters last night in the Tuesday primaries that took place. But Trump did dominate in those primaries. He won a big state. Michigan was a big state last night. And he continues to lead by more than 100 delegates. So he is in the lead for the Republican Party. Marco Rubio had a pretty rough night last night, and Ted Cruz is still certainly in the running. Next week will be pivotal for the Republican Party, particularly because there are winner-take-all states. The Democrats don't have winner-take-all states, but Florida and Ohio are winner-take-all, and there are a lot of delegates at stake there that could change what the trajectory of the election is. But right now, it's looking like Trump will be the candidate.
What about for the Democratic Party? Is it still pretty even?
It's pretty close right now. Hillary Clinton certainly has an advantage, and the superdelegates are still pledged to her. These are political insiders, senators, governors who have pledged support to her in addition to the voting that takes place. These are called superdelegates, and Hillary Clinton has a sizable lead if you factor in superdelegates. But if you just look at the election state by state, it's pretty even right now. Hillary Clinton certainly is dominating, and she does have a lead, but there was an upset last night in Michigan. Hillary Clinton had double-digit lead in the polling, and she lost Michigan. So there's some definite anti-establishment threads running through this election, both in the selection of Trump and Sanders, to outside of the mainstream candidates.
And I'm definitely a fan of anti-establishment. But speaking more on the Bernie Sanders gaining his lead, when are these super delegates going to come into play for Hillary Clinton?
So ultimately, they'll come in at the actual convention in the summer. And what happened in 2008 is Hillary Clinton had the lead in superdelegates in 2008. And then by the convention, those delegates had actually moved over to Barack Obama. And so that by the election, after Barack Obama had won a number of primaries, those delegates shifted in his favor, and he ended up being the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party in 2008. So
it's really up in the air right now.
it is. And something that is really exciting right now for our students that participated the other day is that we have students like Maddie Pritz and Carter Ortiz who are delegates for the Republican convention, and we have students like Caroline Cavender who are delegates for the Democratic convention. So these kids not only participated in their meeting, their caucus last week, but they are moving on, and on their spring break, they are going to be involved in these meetings, these county-wide meetings, and then perhaps moving on to the state and the national level as delegates representing Colorado.
And that is really cool to see us, like, so young getting involved. But can I ask when voters such as myself who are unaffiliated can kind of get involved in the election process?
Sure. So in the general election, if you're 18 by November 8th, the will be on the Tuesday, the November 8th. That general election is where any of the voters who can vote will be allowed to cast their vote. So if you're 18, please vote.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Josh and Miss Sloan, for that interview.
If you want more information on political happenings, check out Amber Vought's article on pwhnews.net. And now to Josh Leba with the 4-day weekend update.
Hi, I'm Josh Leba, and welcome to the 4-day weekend update. This edition of the 4-day weekend update is going to be a little bit different today for two reasons. First one being, that, as you can see, Tomas isn't here. And the second one is because the setup's going to be a little bit different today. Today, it's going to be a bit more serious, and I'm going to be addressing the concerns of a Trump supporter as far as considering our political slant. Josh Leba here with Garrett Christian, a member of our cast who supports Donald Trump. Now, first I'll start off, I'll ask you a few questions, and you can ask me a few questions. So,
sounds good, Josh.
First off, I'd like to say, why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, Josh, that's a pretty simple answer here. I support Trump because I firmly believe we need less politicians in office, less power-hungry people just out there to say, I was the president at one point, and more people that actually want to get the country better for future generations to come. So I think that's a big issue.
And most Trump supporters find themselves usually more authoritarian. And would you say that you're an authoritarian? And is that appeal there for you?
You know what? In some ways, yes and no. It can go either way. Really, I don't think I'm a really authoritative person. I'm more just thinking that in some areas, yes, it's needed, but in areas, no. But we need somebody who's able to be like that, not be so politically correct per se.
And do you think that our newscast has been biased up to this point?
No, Josh, I do not think it was biased whatsoever. That's my professional opinion. It was not biased.
All right, and I would just like to add, we do make fun of Donald Trump the most, but the reason being is that Donald Trump is the easiest target. He is by far the most flamboyant and the most spontaneous of the candidates. All right, well, Garrett, thank you for your time.
You're welcome, sir. Have a fantastic day.
You do as well. And just to add on to this a little bit, the reason we make fun of Donald Trump the most is not because of our political slant. Personally, I try to not reveal my political opinion, but we make fun of Donald Trump because he is by far the most flamboyant and the most, let's say, outspoken of the candidates. So he's the easiest target. This is Josh Leba, and this has been this week's edition of the Weekend Update.
Thanks, Josh.
And thank you for watching today's news broadcast.
Be sure to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe for live broadcast of games. Follow all of our social media accounts, and check out pwhnews.net for more interesting stories.